This is Eddie Jackson, and this is Real True Street Crimes. Alright, I'm going in part 6, 5. Anyway, the reshoot of Who Shot Me and Do I Believe in God coming to the last 2 parts. And I wanted to give you a little background on Rodney Rice, the police officer who first came to see me after I got shot that night about 4 o'clock in the morning. Rodney Rice had been knowing me my whole life. He was friends with the McCalls, who lived on the curve right around the corner from me. He went to Southfield High. I didn't know any of this. He told me all of this as we got cool over time. But anyway, you know, he told me, you know, I had been watching you all your life. I was friends with the McCalls, you understand? I went to Southfield High, so I know you know. So anyway, I remember when me and Rodney Rice first started, the first day I ever met Rodney Rice, I had bought a brand new Trans Am. And I made the mistake of parking that motherfucker in front of the house of French Road. Coming over there, dropping off the sack, parked the car in front of the house, and goddamn, got out, went in the house, dropped the sack, and Rodney Rice, boom, I come out, Rodney Rice waiting. That's the first day I ever met him. And he in the dude, I'm Rodney Rice, who I had to show him my license, my ID, Eddie Jackson Jr., and that's how we met. Okay, now Rodney Rice, our relationship was like this. I had a joint on Field in town. Rodney Rice burnt that motherfucker down because I wouldn't pay him. You understand? That house was doing I have did as much as $100,000 in one day. Shaky them was running it. The house was right in the alley of Field in town. It was a very small house. And you just pulled through the alley. They could hit you damn near out the house, pulling through the alley and just keep going. This was one of my best spots ever. And Rice raided that motherfucker, took the money, took the dope, and burnt that motherfucker down and told them to tell me, nigga, until you start paying me, I'm going to burn all your joints down. The next motherfucker, he caught on Maxwell and Van Dyke area. I had low running. He found out that motherfucker was mine and it was kicking ass on Maxwell and Van Dyke. This motherfucker was kicking ass. And I had low running it and he burnt that motherfucker down and told Low, tell Eddie I burnt this motherfucker down until you start paying me. I'm going to burn all them motherfuckers down. I know this is. So he burnt 2 of my biggest motherfucking joints down. Then I told him he fucked around and caught me coming up off the freeway with that key. And that's when I decided to, fuck it, I pay. We set up everything from there. Rodney Rice, motherfuckers didn't believe, but he'd catch a nigga with a sack. He'd catch you with a key and take it. Tell you what you want. Me to take you to jail, or you want to give me this key and go on about your business. He did this to this particular guy. This guy almost got killed because the guy who fronted him the key didn't believe it. He didn't believe Rice had took the key and didn't take him to jail, which he give a nigga that choice. Nigga, I take this key, you go on about your motherfucking business, or I take you to jail with this key. What would you choose? So, my man gave Rice the key. The guy who fronted it did not believe it. And it was true because, see, Rice would shoot a move like that, and then he'd come to me and say, oh, me the key, Eddie, I got a good ass key, move this motherfucker for me. Once we got cool, definitely come on with it, I'm gonna move it. So I used to get dope and everything from Rodney Rice because that's how the relationship became, you understand? So that's how it was, you know, and Rice was getting down like that, like I say to you. So a lot of things he would say, well, these motherfuckers over here, I don't like them. I ain't got nothing to do with that, Rice. Me and your relationship ain't got nothing to do with me about telling you about anybody else. It's strictly about me and you and the things we do. If you need a motherfucker, you got a key you done took from a motherfucker and you want me to move it and buy it, I'll do that. That's cool with me because I ain't got nothing to do with who you took it from and whatever you did. So we had that type of relationship. You know, after he burnt my joints down and did all that shit, we got cool. So now I done got shot. Rodney Rice, like I told you before, the man who did this shit, he wanted no worse than me. That was my man at this time, you know. We had a good relationship, a good working relationship. Money was rolling. So Rodney Rice was going to be damned if one of these motherfuckers fucked that up. And I felt the same motherfucking way. So Rodney was my man. And it got so good. Rodney he got transferred out of the 5th precinct. He would come from the west side to the east side while on duty over there. And who gonna tell me what to do? The police, he thought could nobody tell him what to do. He would come all out of precinct. They had him and Upshaw was partners at first. They switched him up. So Rodney had another partner and all this shit. So Cook and Upshaw was working the 5th where I was at the time. And Upshaw, he was already down with the move. Upshaw was cool as hell too, because Upshaw was like, look, nigga, when he had sacks and shit, he'd hit a sack, like he'd catch a nigga and take a sack, he'd come by French Road and be like, nigga, here, take a look at that, tell me what that worth, man, give me what it is. So Upshaw would always be coming, throwing a nigga a sack, saying, nigga, look at that if it's worth, you know. So Upshaw was good at that shit too. He was a taking sack motherfucker too. He'd take a motherfucker sack in a minute and not take him to jail. But if you want to go to jail and have to pay bond money, lawyer fees, time, or he'll oblige you. All you got to do is open your mouth and say anything and you finna go for a ride to the motherfucking jailhouse. Trust me. Now, if you shut the fuck up, you go about your business and go home and shut the fuck up and mind your business. But if not, them motherfuckers gonna clean you out. And like I tell you, they had Chris Cole, they had Mark Heath, they had Cartavelli, all of them was working. When any of them would be out the 5th, some of them was gonna be in the 5th. Heath and Cole is gonna be there, or Cartavelli. Some of them is gonna always make sure they're in the 5th. You know, and you're gonna always see them motherfuckers. So it was a good little thing that was going. And like I said, if they had found the motherfucker that shot me and killed him, I wouldn't have had nothing to do with that. I would have paid them. But I was not, after God told me what my fate was, if I had anything to do with it. My fate was the same as his death. I wasn't going to tell Rice and them, here's where he at, here go the money, go kill him. Because I feared God. I truly feared if I had done that, what God would have done to me. I didn't want my mother to be crying. Because that's the worst thing in the world. I did not want my mother to come to my funeral crying because somebody didn't kill me. You understand? And that's one thing that I always prayed. One, I would never have to kill anybody. And two, my mother would have to never come to the funeral and see me have been killed. You know, and God, Allah bless me with all of that. And I'll say this. It seems like the best mothers get the worst kids. It seems like that. And the best kids get the worst mothers. They had a worst mother, won't comb their head, won't cook breakfast, won't do nothing. And they'll be the best kids. Go to school, study, want to learn, but the mom ain't shit. And it's sad in that, and that's something I've always seen. And when I see that, I try to help a brother out. When I see a situation like that, a young guy, his mom smoking, getting high. It's like a guy, we was at Darnell's party store. I'm going to wind this up, this last thing I'm going to say. Thank you to all my subscribers, let me say that. But it was a little kid there, and we used to play the games, and Darnell Knox, he was a boxer for Crocs. Darnell Knox had a party store on Grove in Hamilton in Highland Park. And we used to buy chicken wings, and we used to have peanut brittle and candy, and we used to play the games all day. So the little kid, they used to be in there, and I would pay for, you know, chicken wings, and because they wouldn't have money like that. And I would fill the game up with quarters and buy chicken wings and peanut brittle. And so happened, this lady came in one day, and boom, you know, asked could she see me, and I stepped outside, and he happened to walk outside, and she said, that's my mother. And she was buying crack and heroin from me. Now, this little kid he had holes in his shoes. The next day, I went and bought that little kid shoe. And there's many kids who parents was getting how I did this for. Many kids. And that's a fact. I went and bought this little kid brand new gym shoes because I knew his mother was getting high. She was spending money with me. It wasn't my fault she was getting high. It wasn't my fault she was spending money with me. But I felt for the kid. So I went, took out of my pocket, bought him gym shoes, a tracksuit, so he looked presentable and wouldn't be walking around here with holes in his shoes because my heart wouldn't let me do that. I had to give something back. If I was doing good and I saw that, I made sure I gave something back. And any kid out there can say that. No, many of kids, I made sure they ate every day after school. We played games just like kids. I did all of that. And I loved the kids and always showed them love. Always, throughout anything. So like, subscribe, share, and the last part is coming tomorrow. Peace and love.